Hello, I'm Archie Luxury and welcome to the program. I've just returned from Sydney and one of the best experiences I had was at the Strand Arcade. And this is an Art Deco type, it's not Art Deco, it's an antique type building. The Strand Arcade, it celebrated its 100th anniversary, so it's not Art Deco, Brisbane Vintage Watches. I don't know why the fuck I even mentioned Art Deco. It's not Art Deco. It's just cool. It's Sydney chic, okay? And I think the Strand Arcade is so much cooler than the Queen Victoria building. Queen Victoria building is passé, but the Strand Arcade is really cool. It goes from George Street to Pitt Street Mall, and it's just so cool. It's just lovely. I enjoy it, and I had a great time in Sydney, and Sydney is so beautiful. I love the city. If I earned enough money, I'd fucking live there. But I don't. I'm working class. You know, I have to sacrifice. I got to wear a steel breguet instead of a platinum one. Life's a bitch at times. But, yeah, Sydney, the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Just a beautiful, beautiful building. And please enjoy these clips and videos and photos of Sydney. Sydney, the Strand Arcade in George Street, 412 George Street, and it goes through from George Street to the Pitt Street Mall.
Go for a walk around the Strand Arcade in Sydney, and I've deliberately gone there late in the afternoon. This is about 4:45, so that I could get the effect of the lights. And let's walk in there. And we walk in there and we ignore that discounter at JB Hi-Fi, and we see some really cool antique shops. And I love the way they've got the area in the middle for people to sit down and enjoy a coffee and have a chat. And Sydney Vintage Watches has got a fantastic shop front there. It's very, very cool. It's got a great aura to it. And there's some fantastic shops, some really high-class jewelers. They've got expensive stuff. Don't expect a discount in the Strand Arcade. This is retail plus. And it's nice when you live in Mossman or Double Bay or Rose Bay. It's nice to come in here and buy a few baubles to keep you happy. And Sydney Vintage Watches has got such a beautiful store, and it's great to have a wander around just to see the people here. I've got to say something. In the Strand Arcade, so many people were happy. They were having a coffee, they were chatting. It's got such a great feeling to it. And the Strand Arcade is not only one floor, it's actually got an upper level. And the one thing I love about the Strand Arcade is it's a really unique concept. It's got a glass ceiling, which is fantastic to see. You know, lets the sunlight in, the natural lighting. And I can just imagine this store when it's actually raining. It's such a cozy type environment where you can come in, have a coffee and watch the rain drip in there. It's just such a wonderful type of store to come to. And there's heaps of upmarket jewelry stores and places to enjoy a coffee and have a bit of a chat and catch up with friends there. So it's really fantastic store. So I really do love the Strand Arcade, and it's got a similar feel to the Brisbane Vintage Watches, which is in the Brisbane Arcade, and it's just a wonderful place to come in and enjoy things. And the wonderful glass ceiling in the Strand Arcade was revolutionary when it came out, and the shopping mall has celebrated over 100 years of existence, and it's just so wonderful. I love it. And famous people have had shops in the Strand Arcade, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's a fantastic centre. It's very upmarket. It's very expensive, but you got to haggle for a discount. And I just love the way the Strand Arcade lights up just before closing time. It's got wonderful effect, and it's just a cozy feeling. And for Sydney can be very daunting with its high prices, its snooty yuppies around. You know, it can be very, very daunting. But coming into the Strand Arcade, it's like going into a friend who welcomes you into their mansion. And I got to say, I really love the Strand Arcade, and it's one of the hot spots in Sydney. And I got to say, I love the Queen Victoria building, but I think the Strand Arcade just pips it. And they've got the best vintage watch store in Australia, Sydney Vintage Watches. And I always love to come into Sydney and have a look at the stock, see what's going on, and have a wander around. I'm Archie Luxury. I hope you've enjoyed this view of the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Please tell me what you think, and please keep watching my videos.